Hi everyone, welcome to Expansion Scapes. And in this video, my friend Dariusz and I are going to share with you guys our intentions for connecting to the fire element. And this is in the context of a bigger project of all the 5 elements. So we're connecting to each element for about 2 weeks. We work with each element. Then we have a week break and we always come back and we share what we experienced. Dariusz, you have a fancy schmancy book there, Fire Magic.
The thing is, I've got like all 4 of them for each element, which I've actually been using in this thing. But again, I didn't really think to share. So, well, might as well.
It's really cool. Who's it by?
Again, it's like different authors. They publish different elements and stuff like that, and they actually talk about like different. Each book is about different. I can get them in a minute. Cool. After the video, I'll show you.
Oh yeah, and if you guys are interested, I guess I'll add in the link if you guys ask. So so what are your intentions for working with fire element?
As always, I'll be connecting with 4 deities previously chosen. I'll be working with the energy of Ra, the Egyptian sun, the god of sun, like the badass one. He was also like the first deity, Egyptian deity I've connected with. Like very badass, very bright energy, very powerful. Another one, this one was a surprise. I'll be also connecting with the god Dagda, who is actually, you can't see Dagda, who I thought was the earth god, because he also comes as an earth god, but apparently he also works with the fire. So he's a fire and earth god.
Which culture is that from?
Irish. So he came out in the previous one when I was working with the air, and he wanted to work with me back then. But I was like, "Come on, you're like the earth god. What are you doing in the air realm? Go away."
And he's like, "Stop labeling me in your own weird ways. I am playing."
But because he was so willing and so like wanting to work with me. So I was like, and apparently he does work with fire as well. I'm like, come on, mate, let's get to know each other. Let's make this work. Another one is not a big surprise. Archangel Michael, Michael. I'll get him out. 1 second. Michael, I'll be working with him. I've already worked with him for years now. He's great. I know what he's up to. Blah, blah, blah. He's great. And then I'll also be working with a god who I've been working when I was doing this last time. I was also working with this particular one who's Prometheus. Not sure if you know Prometheus.
I've forgotten who was Prometheus. I remember that I did know, and then I forgot. So, who is that?
He, according to the book, because that's where I know him from, he was the god who used to steal fire from gods and bring them to humans. And Zeus actually punished him and put him on some sort of like a pike or something, while he had like 2 birds keep like munching on his flesh, and he kept like regrowing or something. And until like Heracles came and practically saved the guy.
That sucks. I mean, being on the pike.
It is what it is. But he's very warm, a very helpful deity, basically, who's willing to help and who's willing to be there. And I've also did a little tarot reading for each of the deities with what will they be bringing in. So he had a very, very positive cards, actually more like a lot more positive than I expected. So I'm like, yeah, cool. Hello. So
And it's also connected to your history, kind of soul history of being on a bike kind of thing. So that I think that's gonna bring some revelation.
I was like tied to it, not like.
It's too late. It's a bike. It's out there, you know.
And for you, how will you connect with the fire?
Yeah. So right now I put on the red shirt. I put on some red earrings. And I put on my pendant, which is a Sagittarius golden pendant.
You're already in the physical with fire. Good.
Yes. And again, like I'm learning more and more from you, so I'm getting like more physical.
Good, because the universe is going to respond to you.
Yeah, it has been. So the red, right, and I wrote down in my red notebook.
In your red notebook, yeah. I'm not gonna go any worse because that's my journal. So
that's very fiery.
Yeah, it's fire and air because I've started with the air when I started it, and it's got also a little fireball here. So
yeah, and the fire was already coming in at the end of the air element, so that's really cool. And my intentions are again, it's the same one throughout. How am I created with the fire element, and how I create with the fire element? I've been noticing every time I get those like insights on the creation cycle, and then I ask like, why is everything about the creation cycle? And then they're like, well, your intention was to learn about how you're creative with the fire and or elements and how you create with the elements. Therefore, you get the creation cycle because you asked. And I'm like, oh, right. I mean, like, I don't know how blind I am a lot of the times, and then I would like to balance my inner fire element. And I feel like there are two elements to me which are strongest, which is like the fire element and the water element. Because I'm Sagittarius, Sun Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising. So there's always been like a lot of fire. And even since I was a kid, I don't know why I was drawing like dragons all the time and wolves. Didn't even read it. It didn't even occur to me or anything like what we're talking about right now. It just was there. But I feel like throughout my life, the fire element has been either suppressed or expressed in a negative, kind of unhealthy way. So I want to change that, and I want to rebalance that and make it in a more healthy expression of the fire element in a more healthy way.
Nice.
Then I want to connect to the soul of my inner financial physical abundance and to the soul of the outer financial physical abundance. And that actually came to me something like, oh, you were talking about who do you think, like, if for suggestions, like if I have any suggestions for you to connect to a deity. Yeah. And I remember I was like, nah, I don't know. I don't work with deities.
It sounds like you did say that, yeah.
But the curiosity,
the rest is fine, yeah.
And at the beginning, I was like, I don't really like all the physical prompts, right? And look at me now, red t-shirt, golden, red notebook. So the curiosity kind of stayed from your question, and then this woman came through. She was red. Like red, not ginger red, not ginger hair red, like red, darker than this. And like she had long, wavy red hair, and the background was all yellow and golden, like bright yellow, actually. And now I'm like, hi, who are you? And she was like, yeah, everything was non-verbal, but verbally, I thought she's like the soul of money or the energy of money. Ooh. And I was told, like, by my guys, like, you need to heal your relationship with money, and then when I was feeling more into her, I felt like she's not really the soul of money, but she's more like something about financial abundance. or I can't really even find the right word to articulate who is she. But I was shown like a kind of golden flowy energy, kind of like a dragon too, with like,
maybe she's the part of you that you need to reconnect with.
Exactly. Yes. Like a yellow energy with like red specks. And I was shown like for some people like me, this energy is like limited and suppressed, or something's wrong with it, like blocked. Yeah, the word is blocked. And it's like if you want to create stuff in the physical, you need physical abundance. And you can't do that if your inner physical abundance, and I feel is connected to worthiness as well, like is blocked. And I was looking at her, spending some time with her beforehand, and she was always looking down. She never looked me in the eyes. She was always looking down, and like she's shy or something. And like she doesn't want to look me in the eye because she doesn't want to be seen or visible or anything like that. So I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Like, you're the soul of my inner financial abundance, you know? You're part of me. You got it. So that's why my intention here is connect to the soul of my inner financial physical abundance. And if I have time or desire, I will also connect to, you know how as within, so without.
Yeah.
As without, so within. So I feel like there's also an outer soul of financial abundance, which is really big and kind of for the whole collective. Mm-hmm. If I have time, I'll connect to that. And I feel like that can teach me about how to heal the inner part. And also that would kind of also help with number 2, which is balance my inner fire element. It all connects. And finally, I want to actually use the fire element energy and inspiration to create my first recordings of my podcast and my recorded healing sessions. They kind of go hand in hand, and I already prepared so much for them, but I just can't do it, you know? So I want to do that. This is my intentions.
Nice. Beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, and also in here where I live in Turkey, the summer is extremely hot. This is just extremely hot, extremely hot. So I'm already feeling the fire in many, many ways.
Beautiful. Yeah. Same here. Like every single event I have booked this week is like that I have booked in is like something to do with fire, because this like tomorrow. Well, I'm not sure about tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm working with the dark feminine, which could be fiery, I guess. Dark sexual feminine energy. Then after that, we've got a fire breathing workshop with Stefan. Then we've got the summer solstice. In the meantime, somebody right now probably is making me a new drum, which is like in the shape of a sun. And then I have another event on Saturday with drumming on the desert. So it's already, again, like this week is already set in place even before we started. So it's
already manifest, like physicalized almost.
Yeah, literally, it has.
Yeah.
Way in advance. I'm curious what's it like in the next week though, because I don't have anything planned next week.
It'll be an explosion of surprises, inspiration, and I don't know, but it'll be something amazing. Obviously,
yeah,
can't be anything else. Okay.
From me, thank you ever so much. And I guess see you guys in like just over 2 weeks. I guess. Yeah.
Or right now you can click on it. If you're coming from
wherever, however, yeah, enjoy it, guys. I hope. Yeah, see you soon.
See you soon. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.